Start. Today we shall see types of random variable. In the previous exercise we studied what is meant by sample space and random variables. Total outcome is considered to be sample space and the number of favorable outcomes of the sample space is said to be the random variable x. Now we shall see what are the types of random variables. There are two types of random variables. Random variables. There are two types of random variable. One is known as discrete random variable. Discrete random variable. And another one is continuous random variable. Continuous random variable. Now, we should study only about this discrete random variable. Then we should go for, we will be studying about this continuous random variable in a separate exercise. So, discrete random variable. In discrete random variable, first we shall see what is meant by discrete random variable. We know the number of outcomes, the favorable outcomes are called random variable, of which if the number of random outcomes is well known to be, if it is countable, if it is numericals, then we can say it is called a discrete random variable. That is random variable x defined on sample space S is called discrete random variable. Discrete random variable if the range of x's, if the range of x's, the range of the random variable is countable. That is, if I am known of the random variable, then we say it is a discrete random variable. If it is always discrete random variable, they will be expressed in numerals, constants. So if I am known about the numerals, then we say it is said to be countables. Then if the countable variable, random variables are there, then we say that one is discrete random variable. Now, probability mass function. Probability, now only we are coming to our probability study. Probability mass function. The probability defined on discrete random variable is called probability mass function. Probability defined on discrete random variable is called probability mass function, and we used to say this one as PMF, probability mass function. Here two conditions we define on probability mass function. The probability is always positive and greater than or equal to 0. Always the probability should be positive, or sometimes it may be equal to 0 also, but nowhere it becomes a negative quantity. Then second one, when I add all the probabilities in an event, if I consider all the probabilities in an event and if I add all the probabilities, that is summation of the probabilities, that gives me 1. So this is called two conditions that we have to impose on probability mass function. So the probability defined on discrete random variable is called probability mass function. With two conditions, all the probabilities should be always greater than or equal to 0, and if I add all the probabilities, then the sum will be giving as 1 only. So this is called the properties of probability mass function. So with these ideas, we shall go for problems. So we shall go for example 11.5. Two fair coins are tossed. Two fair coins are tossed. simultaneously. Simultaneously. Find the probability mass function. Find the probability mass function on for number of hits occurred. So here two kinds are tasked and number of hits are considered to be the success cases. After that I have to find out the probability mass function. So what is the sample space when two kinds are tasked? Headed, HT, TH, TT, we know. Therefore, N of S is, total sample space is 4. Now, I need success to be head, isn't it? Occurrence of head is success here. Therefore, when I try two coins, I may have both to be head, that is 2 success. One may be head, one may be tail, that is 1 success. Both may be tail, that means 0 success. So these are the maximum possibilities we can have. So what are the possibilities? 0 success, both are tail. 1 head, 1 tail, that is 1 success. Both the coins are showing me head means 2 success. So x of 0 means both are tail. X are tail. It occurs only one time. TT sorry. One time, therefore it is 1. Now x of 1, it is either HT or TH. So it occurs 2 times, therefore 2. Then x of 2, both are head, it occurs only 1 time. So you know this is our random variable. Now I have to find out the probability distribution for this random variable. Therefore x values are 0, 1, 2 because this is our random variable x. Therefore probability mass function we use right as P of x equal to x. When it is 0, it occurs only 1 time out of 4 times are. So the probability is 1 out of 4. 1 hit occurs 2 times out of 4, so it is 2 out of 4, and then 2 occurs, but is both the hits occur at only 1 time out of 4, therefore it is 1 by 4. This is our probability mass function, and this is the probability distribution. We can write it as probability distribution table. So this is the total probability. Now you can see when you add all these things 1 plus 2 plus 1, 4 by 4, which is equal to 1. The total probability is 1. So all are positive. First case is satisfied, and when you add all the probability you will be getting 1. So this is the probability distribution when 2 kinds are tasked. So this is the first problem. Now hope you will be understanding very well. This is the sample space. From there I can find the total number of occurrences. These are my favorable events, and this is the random variable of the outcome of the random variables, outcome of the favorable events. Therefore, 1 will be occurring when both the things showing tail, that is 0 success. 1 success means 1 head or 1 tail, it occurs 2 times. Then both are heads means it is complete success, that is occurring only 1 time. Now the probability is this 1 occurs out of 4 times, therefore 1 by 4. This 2 occurs out of this 4 times, therefore 2 by 4. And this 1 occurs out of 4, therefore we know this is the probability. So this is the probability distribution of this problem. So in all the problems we are going to study the probability of everything of a particular event. Now we shall go for example 11.6. A pair of fair dice is rolled once. Find the probability mass function. Mass function to get number of force. So a pair of dice are rolled. That means 2 dice are rolled. We know in each die there are 6 numbers. Considering occurrence of 4 is to be our success. Therefore, remember sample space is number of, we know the sample space of 2 dice, so straightly we shall say n of s equal to 36. Now, occurrence of 4 is a success. Then, how will we getting the occurrence of 4? First maybe 1, 4, or 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4. Or we can say from here as 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, then 4, 5, 4, 6. These are the number of occurrence of 4 we have. Now, except this 4, 4, all the occurrence they have 1, 4 in it. Therefore, while considering 2 dice, I can have 2 4s can occur at one time. That is this one. Then 1 4 will be occurring at one time. That is the remaining. And all the remaining they don't have any 4. Therefore, 0 4 occurrence they are, isn't it? Therefore, we can say number of 4 successes, 0 success, where no 4 is occurring. 1 4, only 1 4 is occurring. And then 2 4s, only one time 2 4s are occurring. So, I can say x of 0, x of 1, x of 2. This is 2 times the 4 occurrence, this is 1 time the 4 occurrence, and this is 0 times the 4 occurrence. That means except for all the remaining numbers are occurring. Now 4, 4 is occurring one time, only one time. Therefore, occurrence of 4, 4, that is 2 success is occurring only one time. So x of 2 is 1. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 occurrences with having 1 4 in it. Therefore, totally we have 11. Number of total occurrences is 36. So 36 minus 11 is 25 occurrences will be there with no 4s. That means 0 occurrence of 4. Therefore, probability we can say random variable. Random variable x. Then probability P of x equal to x. This is our probability distribution. Then the probability distribution is 0 occurrence, 1 occurrence, 2 occurrence. For 0 occurrence it is 25 out of 36. This is 10 out of 36 and this is 1 out of 36. This is the probability distribution for this problem. So go far. Now example 11.8. A 6-sided die is marked. A 6-sided die is marked. 1 on one face, 2 on two faces, 2 of its faces, and 3 on remaining faces. The die is rolled twice. The die is rolled twice. If x denotes the total score in 2 throws, find first question probability mass function. Second question, find cumulative distribution. Cumulative distribution function. Then third one, find P of 3 less than or equal to x less than 6 and P of x greater than or equal to 4. So these are the questions I have to find out. Now what's the question? A 6-sided die is marked 1 on one face, 2 on two faces and 3 on the remaining 3 faces. So 1 on one face, 2 2 on 2 phases and 3 on remaining 3 phases. I am considering total score. So if you put plus, so it is 1, 2 phases and then 3 phases. We shall see what is the total occurrences when these two occurrences are added together. That is, if the first die is showing me 1, second die is showing 2, then 1 plus 2 is 3. That must be taken as our account, taken into our account. So it is. So we shall say so 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 3, 1 plus 2 3. So all these are 4. Now 2 plus 1 is 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 3, 4, 4, 2 plus 3, 5, 5, 5, 3 plus 1, 4, 3 plus 2, 5, 3 plus 2, 5, these 3 are 6. Similarly, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, then again 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6. These are the occurrences we have when 2 dice are rolled and their sum is taken. If the dice are having phases like this, 1 on 1 phase, 2 on 2 phases and 3 on remaining 3 phases. Now, here n of s is 36, that we shall say. N of s is totally 36. This is the total sample space. Now, they are asking probability mass function. What are the occurrences we have? 2 is there, then 3, then 4, 5, 6. These are the phases we have. So, the occurrences are 2. So, x of 2, then x of 3, x of 4, x of 5. Because these are the random variables we have. Then x of 6. These are the occurrences we have. Then, normally they are occurring. 2 is occurring only one time. 2 is occurring only one time. Then 3. 3 occurs 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 3 is occurring 4 times. Then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 occurs 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then normally the 5 is occurring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here on 6, here on 6. So totally 12. The number of 6 occurs 9 times. You can check, totally we have 36. 10, 20, 30, 24, 36. So these are the random variables now. Now the first question is probability mass function. Probability mass function is random variable x, then P of x equal to x. The occurrences are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 occurs out of 36 times, so its probability is 1 by 36. Similarly, it is 4 by 36, 10 by 36. For 5 the occurrence is 12, so 12 by 36. And this is 9 by 36. We can keep it as it is. This is our probability distribution for this problem. Now, they are asking cumulative distribution function. Cumulative distribution function. We know it is f of x means p of x less than or equal to x. This is the formula. So before 2, we may have less than 2. So it is p of x less than 2 means it is from 0 to minus infinity to 2. So p of minus infinity less than x less than 2. There is nothing here, nothing is there, therefore this probability is 0. This is previous of this minus 2. Now f of 2, the formula is p of x less than or equal to 2. It is only p of x equal to 2 we have, and its probability is 1 by 36. So f of 2 is p of x less than or equal to as per the formula. So that is p of x equal to 2 only it occurs, therefore 1 by 36. Now f of 3 means p of x less than or equal to 3. We can say for the one time p of x equal to 2 and p of x equal to 3. What are they? 1 by 36 plus 4 by 36. So the answer is 5 by 36. Now we shall write the remainder. F of 4 is p of x less than or equal to 4. That is up to 3. P of x less than or equal to 3 plus p of x equal to 4. Up to 3 the answer is 5 by 36. Then it is 10 by 36. So it is 15 by 36. Now we can sum up. F of 5 means P of x less than or equal to 5. That means what I say, it is up to 15 by 36 plus P of x equal to 5. That is 15 by 36. The probability up to 5 is 12 by 36. So the answer is 27 by 36. Similarly, f of 6 means P of x less than or equal to 6. So shall we say 27 by 36 plus P of x equal to 6. It is 27 by 36 plus 9 by 36. So it is 36 by 36, that is 1. Always the first value will be 0, the final value will be 1 for cumulative distribution function. Now we can write the consolidated f of x. So shall we say capital F of x equal to 0, then minus infinity less than x less than 2. Then it is 1 by 36, 2 less than or equal to x less than 3. 5 by 36, 3 less than or equal to x less than 4. Then it is 15 by 36, 4 less than or equal to x less than 5. Then extend this. 27 by 36, 5 less than or equal to x less than 6. 1. 6 less than or equal to x less than infinity. This is the total cumulative distribution for all the events in this problem. So the second question is P of x P of 3 less than or equal to x less than 6. This is the thing we have to do. So it is P of x equal to 3 I must take, x equal to 4, then x equal to 5 only. So 6 won't occur. For 3 the value is 4 by 36. For 4 the value is 10 by 36. Then for 5 the value is 12 by 36. So it is 14 plus 12, 26 by 36. Second question, P of x greater than or equal to 4. That means I can take P of x equal to 4, P of x equal to 5 and then P of x equal to 6. It will come only up to 6 because the problem ended with 6. Therefore, the values are for 4 it is 10 by 36, for 5 it is 12 by 36 and for 6 it is 9 by 36. So the answer is 22 plus 9 is 31 by 36. With that, this problem is over. This is example 11.8. Now we will go for next problem. That is your example. Now, example 11.9. Here we are going to study to find the property mass function from the distribution function. For example, given probability mass function is, find the probability mass function. Find the probability mass function if distribution function capital F of x equal to 0 or minus infinity less than x less than minus 2. Then it is 0.25. Minus 2 less than or equal to x less than minus 1. Then 0.60. It is minus 1 less than or equal to x less than 0. 0.90. 0 less than or equal to x less than 1. And it is 1. 1 less than or equal to x less than infinity. So we know it occurs from minus 2 to 1. That is the probability. For all those variables I have to find out the probability distribution. See, the distribution function is given. From this I have to find out the probability. Now, I gave you the formula. P of x equal to x is given by f of x minus f of x minus. That means previous distribution. Distribution of that function minus previous distribution function. For example, it starts from 0. So the numbers are, here the numbers are minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1. So f of p of x equal to minus 2 means f of minus 2 minus f of, here we say minus infinity. F of minus 2 value is 0.25. Minus f of minus infinity probability is 0. It is 0.25. Now, p of x equal to minus 1 means it is f of minus 1 minus f of the previous number is f of minus 2. F of minus 1 is 0.60 minus f of minus 2 value is 0.25. So the answer is 0.35. Now, p of x equal to next one is 0. That is f of 0 minus distribution function of f of minus 1. F of 0 value is 0.90 minus f of minus 1 value is 0.60. So the answer is 0.30. Understand, you must take from these values, not from here. Then p of x equal to 1. It is f of 1 minus f of 0. F of 1 is 1 minus 0.90. Is it 0.10? So from this, I can write the probability mass function is. Random variables are x are minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1. And the p of x equal to x is. For minus 2, the value is 0.25. Then 0.35, then 0.30, 0.10. You can check 0.25, 0.360 plus 0.40 is total value is 1. That also we can check here. Now we shall go for next example. Example 11.10. Given probability mass function is x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. P of x equal to x is given by k, 2k, 6k, 5k. Again 6k, 5k, again 6k, then 10k. This is the probability mass function. Now, questions are find P of 2 less than x less than 6. P of 2 less than or equal to x less than 5. P of x less than or equal to 4. Then P of 3 less than x. This is fourth question. Now I have to find out only these probabilities. But before that, there is an unknown k here. So we have to find this k and then we have to find out the remaining values. To find the k, we know sigma pi on the sum of the probabilities. The total probability is 1. That means this implies k plus 2k plus 6k plus 5k plus 6k plus 10k is 1. When you add, that gives you 10, 15, 21, 28, therefore 30k. 30k is 1. So k equal to 1 by 30. We found the value of k. Now we shall go for first question. P of 2 less than x less than 6 means P of x equal to 3 is there. 2 is not considered. 3, then 4, then 5. The probability of 3 is 6k. 4 is 5k. Then it is 6k. 12 plus 5 is 17k. Is it 17 into which of k? 1 by 30. So the answer is 17 by 30. Similarly, we shall find the remainders. P of 2 less than or equal to x less than 5 means 2 is considered. 2. P of x equal to 3. Then P of x equal to 4 only. 5 is not considered. Less than or equal to means I must consider the end value 2. So probability of 2 is 2k, 6k plus 5k, 8 plus 5, 13k, It is 13 into 1 by 30. So the answer is 13 by 30. Then third one, P of x less than or equal to 4. Less than or equal to 4 means 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things I have had. Instead I shall write P of x greater than 4. Less than or equal to means 1 minus P of x greater than. If equal to sign comes means it won't come here. So what are the numbers greater than 4 is 5 and then 6. Then put the proper bracket like this. Then it is 1 minus. Is it 6k plus 10k? So it is 1 minus 16k. 1 minus 16 into 1 by 30. So it is 30 minus 16 by 30. So the answer is 14 by 30. Then, two more things. P of x less than or equal to 4 is over. Then fourth one. Shall I write here? The question is P of 3 less than x. That means P of x greater than 3. Greater than 3 means 4, 5, 6, isn't it? P of x equal to 4, P of x equal to 5 plus P of x equal to 6. There 5k plus 6k plus 10k. It is 15, 21k. It is 21 into 1 by 30. So the answer is 21 by 30. Reduce means you can reduce, or you can leave it means you can leave it as well. With that, all the examples are over. Now we shall go for exercise 11.2.